Right guys, Matt Crossfield here. I'm hitting today's Srixon Z 545 driver. This is a 460cc head, changeable weights, changeable neck. Let's look at this club. We got GC2 HMT on the floor plus Titleist Pro V1 X balls. We'll give you the real ball data on how this club performs, spins, launch, those kind of things. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, we're going Srixon Z 545 driver. It's a 460 head shape, which you can read into that however you wish. 460 can be in any way, but when I put it down by the ball, it looks big. It's a big playing profile, which is great for inspiring confidence. So it looks like people think a 460 driver should look. So what I mean by that, you could have a 460 which is squished and up and it wouldn't look that big when you look down at it. This is 460 and it's got a nice big playing profile. Black head, silver face with some grooves on the face, which are going to do next to nothing because you don't need to get rid of any rubbish trapped between the ball and the face, really. Hopefully off a tee shot, because hopefully you have clean golf balls going on the tee. They're there, I'm sure, more just for appearance. But as appearance goes, this club looks fantastic. Does look really clean, nothing on top, really clean top lines, which reminds me of drivers from old a little bit. You know, it does look quite very classic that way. We get a changeable neck, which allows you to change lie and loft. Now, when I looked in the booklet, to be honest with you, the changeability of this was kind of throwing me a bit. It looked quite confusing. But you should be getting fitted for these clubs, so you should get them fitted and you really wouldn't be dialing into that neck. And if you are, maybe go back to your pro and speak to them about it before changing it. So how confusing that is or not in the booklet should make no difference, because you should be getting them fit rather than playing with them so much yourself. Now we get changeable weights. It's 7 gram and a 3 gram weight. You can have it forward or back, so you can move the CG positioning forward and back. I think there's an 11 gram weight available as well if you wanted to really maximize it. So you're dialing in the club like all of them are, changeable weights and dialable neck. Nothing new there, but that's what Srixon are bringing to the Z545. Many companies have been doing that for a long time. Now, the one out here, I can't work out why this one out here was on the toe. These ports are not in line. So if I put the heavy weight at the back, surely that's going to move where my effective sweet spot is as it moves from the CG back and maybe more out towards the toe. But Srixon have told me that it's there to maximise the sweet spot across the face, subject to obviously where the CG is if that's not in there. So read into that what you wish. That did slightly confuse me, to be honest, and I kind of went online to look at some other reviews to see, obviously that's something everyone's going to pick up straight away, and no one mentioned it at all, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. Anyway, it's a good looking driver. We're going to hit some shots and I've got some real ball data as well for you, so let's hit one and see how it feels. I mean, it looked great down by the ball, 460, and it looks a big footprint, which I think for lots of people is going to really inspire a bit of confidence. The black clean lines on the top all look lovely, and the neck isn't too aggressive with its changeability. It kind of seamlessly goes into the head, which I quite like as well. So give it a hit. It makes a great sound off the face, and it is a lovely, lovely flight. A really nice, appealing ball flight, that. Let's give it another hit. I'm liking this. I'm liking the look of it, and I do think lots of golfers would put this down by the ball and instantly feel comfortable with that bigger head profile. If you think about that, it's funny because I don't actually think the face is any bigger than a 440. So if you measured the face, don't quote me on this, but I've done it with other ones, but that bigger shape makes you feel like there's more head and face down there, even though there is none. It shows you how much feel plays its part in picking a piece of equipment, because the equipment is so limited from all the manufacturers on what they can do. It's a lovely launch, it's a lovely flight, and it is a nice sounding club. It's not a loud ting off it, but it's certainly not the quietest. I think it's appeal for people who want a good looking driver. Let's look at some ball. I'm going to hit one more with it. Let's hit some ball numbers. Sits really square as well, which I like. And the kind of groove lines on it do really frame the ball up nicely as well. I'm going to hit one more. Yeah, I'm loving that. It feels nice. It does feel nice. The more I hit that, the more I feel I could really game that. Let's look at the numbers and see actually what this club does when it's being hit with the real balls and being monitored by GC2 HMT. Right guys, numbers time. Srixon Z 545 driver. Now I've got two sets of numbers. The first one here, I've got the heavier weight back, CG more back, and then the top set of numbers I've got the heavier weight forwards. So the CG's been pushed forward. So in theory that should affect the spin. If we look at the numbers, 2.6 spin with the weight back, 2.5 with it forward, so I moved it around 100 revs on that test. Lowest with both is 1.9, highest spinning with both 3.1 with the weight backwards, which is what I would expect. Testing weight forward and backwards isn't really a test. I mean, physics is constant, it's just there. Now, I'm getting more distance out of the weight forward. So 258 is my averaging, topping out at 260. Ball speed 255, 152 miles an hour. Less speed with the weight back. A little bit more spin, and it's also launching up a fraction higher, even though they're peaking up at the same height. And strike will play its part there. You'll see on those bottom set of numbers, ball speed was a little bit slower, maybe strike varied. So really quite close, to be honest there, guys. Yeah, strikes was a little bit more contained when I had the CG more forward. So that's not where the weight placement is, that's more my performance. Interesting numbers. It's a decent performing club around a 260 mark, which is where most of the drivers for me hit. The numbers aren't dramatically great, but they're performing good. It's a really good looking driver, and I think it'll be one of the friendliest ones you could probably get out there, which is always a good thing. You've got to remember with drivers, I've got drivers which go further than that. You'll see other reviews, but then they sacrifice in other ways. So I'm still very much between trying to keep the spin up as well as wanting it down to get seduced by those numbers. You've got to work it into your game a little bit more on the course. If you're watching any of my course vlogs, you'll see how that's changing in a driver I've used recently. Good numbers. Srixon Z 545, yeah, really good. Bit confused still with the weights, but Srixon are telling me they're there for that reason, so that's cool. And I didn't see any really noticeable difference in performance as well. Good driver, looks great. Post comments down below, is it one you might try or not? Love to hear. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.